Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled Red Spider Planetary Nebula from Webb. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an image of what is known as a planetary nebula. Now, despite its name, a planetary nebula has nothing to do with planets. And in fact, some of them might look like planets or planetary systems through a small telescope, which may be how they got their name hundreds of years ago. However, what we look at now is that these are the end state of a star much like our own sun. So could our sun look something like this in a few billion years? And the answer is probably no. This is a little more complex planetary nebula than we think our sun would form. Our sun is an individual star, a single star all by itself. So most likely when it becomes a planetary nebula, it will expel its outer layers into a more spherical distribution. So it'll be much more uniform, whereas it seems to be going out in two different directions, having two lobes going out toward the upper right and lower left. And that's because this is believed to be part of a binary system. So there's two stars at the center. So as the star is becoming a planetary nebula and expelling its outer layers, it's also orbiting around with another star. And that would cause a very different type of planetary nebula to form. Even though the overall process is still the same, that excess motion would cause things to look different. So that's what we think we are seeing here in the Red Spider Planetary Nebula. Now, the colors that you see here are false color. That's because this is an image from the James Webb Space Telescope, which primarily observes in the infrared. And that's what we're looking at here is infrared. Now, what color is infrared? It doesn't have one. We can't see infrared light. So something giving off infrared light to us is going to just look black. It's not going to be giving off any light. So when we see it and detect it, we have to kind of tie a color to it. So we tie different reds and blues, which can then help us to then understand and look at this image and put it to something that our minds can understand. Now we can note the distinct diffraction pattern on all of the stars around here that is also associated with the Webb Space Telescope and its optics. So pretty much what we're seeing here are all stars, and we're looking then in detail at the specific planetary nebula. Now, Webb Space Telescope studying lots of objects, a much larger telescope than the previous Hubble Space Telescope, and is giving us vast amounts of data that will be studied for decades to come. And looking at things like understanding planetary nebulae as we're looking at today, but also looking at galaxies out to the edge of the universe. So the more powerful telescope is giving us more information and allowing us to see things that we have never seen before. So that was our picture of the day, titled Red Spider Planetary Nebula from Webb. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Ringing Galaxy. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone. And I will see you in class.